Now, Mr. Regal, you're part of King Booker's court. You know,
Right.
you're the town crier,
Yes.
and who else is part of that? I guess you'd say menagerie of wonderful personalities. Then your old friend Fit Finlay. What was it like
Yes.
working with Fit in this? You know, two guys who beat the hell out of each other around the world, really. And now you are playing a whole different role. You're playing a different character. You're serving a different service for wrestling. What was that like for you two at this point in your lives to be together
Well,
doing
it's
this?
just second nature to us to just go out and do a thing, right? So it was, I mean, whatever the few times that we did tags and stuff, I always would have liked to have had a run as a tag team with Fit. If you ever see any of the stuff that we did, which is sometimes tags and what, me and him together have excellent chemistry. We can just look at each other and again, see, I was watching him from being a teenager before I even knew him, watching him wrestle with Skull Murphy as a tag team and watching him wrestle with Rocky Moran as a tag team. And so all these things, and on top of all the wrestling that we've done, we were just an excellent tag team together. And we could, looking back, we could have been a serious force as a tag team.
For sure.
But we had a lot of, we just don't have to think about it. It's like wrestling each other. We just played off each other. I wish that there was more to say about some of these topics, because that's a lot of these. It's like talking about the Blue Bloods. We just had instant chemistry, and there was no. It was just another day at work to go out and do our jobs, and luckily we've got great chemistry, and we had great chemistry with Booker, and we had wonderful chemistry with Charmel, and it just worked, and it was a great body of work in itself.
It's kind of interesting when you think about it. Two young fellas who grew up in the British wrestling system where you didn't really talk much, you didn't do
No,
promos, and
no,
then Booker, who played an entirely different character
yeah.
his entire career, and then now all three of
Am
you.
I right in saying that he based that off Idi Amin?
I
That's
don't.
what
I'm not sure. The voice may
I
have come
believe
from
there
hanging out
was a
with you.
movie out at the time. I could be wrong here, and this is he's got his own podcast. So if I don't suppose he'll listen to this, but if he might be able to tell you more, or somebody needs to ask him that question. There was a movie out at the time with Forrest Whitaker playing Idi Amin, I believe, and he just put there was a bit of everything in there, but I
Right.
think I just remember overhearing and it could be completely wrong, but there was something about that. It became more of a flamboyant. It was wonderful. He just did an incredible job of that and made the most